Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
And here we go again. It's another brand new week. And we say, how was your weekend? Eve, how was your weekend?
Great, nice, wonderful. I mean, it cannot be any better. I am indeed refreshed, I should say.
Yeah, you absolutely need it. Right. All right, it's a delight to be back here. And this is Morning Spring from Western Spring Television, the station that says it as it is. And hey, it promises to be exciting as always. This is the program you will not want to blink away from. And let's just keep the station locked down to this not frequency modulation, to this dial, or the channel, any day, anytime. Welcoming you to Morning Spring. Tunde Idowu is my name. Thanking you indeed for being.
And of course, Evelyn Ohiolei is signing in for duty this Monday morning. It's a beautiful week, and we are indeed grateful to God for life. Thank you so much for joining us and starting your day and your week with us. It can only always get better. So get to work. Ensure that you have something you are doing to make your life better, to make that of your family, and of course the nation at large better. On Morning Spring, what we do is talk to socio-political issues affecting us as a people, issues affecting us as a people. We speak to politicians, policymakers, critical stakeholders to help us have a wider perspective, and also for you, our esteemed viewers, to be better informed. We'll start with the newspaper review segment, where we'll check out what we have on the different front pages of the dailies, after which we move to the conversation. Today, the dailies are in, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And quite a whole lot making the rounds from the dailies. Let's just begin to serve you the headlines as we have them from the different papers. I will kick things off here from the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper has this big bold caption there, and hey, I hope Nigerians are ready for this. Electricity tariff may spike over weak fiscal positions. 2.1 trillion naira subsidy. Okay, there's quite a whole lot of riders associated and some breakdown there. The rider there says concerns as NEC removes FG from commercial model and forces bilateral markets. Liquidity worsens 4 years after CBN steps up escrow account. And power plants may shut down as poor remittances threaten 6,000 megawatt target. You have this breakdown. Outstanding debt before Tinubu's government. That's about 3.3 trillion naira. The power sector debt to banks is about 1.9 billion US dollars. Subsidy in 2024, 2.1 trillion naira. And unmetered customers, 7.3 million. Now you have the current cost reflective tariff at 209 naira per kilowatts, and the average electricity generation is about 4,500 megawatts. Disco's load offtake, 4,000 megawatts. ATC is about 36.36%. Wow, what that means. We'll break it down for you in the course when we have someone who will really help us out with this. Moving further down, probe $1.5 billion, $3 billion loans to states. FG. Serap urges Tinubu. That's huge.
Yeah.
Police press cultism cybercrime charges against protesters. Ondo Guba candidate. Police press cultism cybercrime charges against protesters. Ondo Guba candidate. And NIDC reimburses Heritage Bank customers with less than 5 million deposit. That should be some excitement for someone like Mr. DMO Olajide here, Heritage Bank issue. NLC demands apology from federal government, police over a raid on headquarters. And but then they said the police said they weren't in the know, that it wasn't them who actually raided that complex, that building stating that they were searching for a criminal who hid in the. Now, I begin to say.
Who then did?
Quite a whole lot of headlines.
Yeah.
National Assembly pushes back on pay storm as Obi, others flay costs of governance. Edo Refinery decries NNPCL's failure to supply crude. Then what will they use? Protest. Police arrest 99 suspects for murder, vandalism in Borno. And bandits kill soldiers, invade villages, displace household in Sokoto. Think about 4 soldiers there were killed over the weekend. What a game. Those are the headlines making the rounds from the Guardian newspaper for today.
And also still on taking the newspaper review for today, we have this on the Punch newspaper this Monday morning. Nothing so much here on the Punch newspaper. Dangote Petrol marketers wait as delivery date extended again. Refinery needs 15 cargoes for September, only 6 cargoes supply. And still on the Punch newspaper, hunger protest. Police begin trial of 1,135 detained demonstrators. ICPC arrests top NACON officials over 90 billion naira Hajj subsidy. What's that all about? You can get more insight into that on page 8 of the Punch newspaper this morning. ICPC arrests top NACON officials over 90 billion naira Hajj subsidy. There was some controversy over the Hajj subsidy at a time when it was given, and now to think that there are still some, issues surrounding the Hajj subsidy, it just shows the Nigerian factor. Anywhere there is money, there must be some conspiracy thereabout on that. But of course, that will be all from the Punch newspaper this morning.
All right, and quickly I'll check out just a little headline from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. The story is common to all the dailies for today. Daily Trust newspaper says terrorists kill 4 soldiers in Sokoto. You have the writer there. Born patrol vehicles, military launch manhunt. Why do we kill each other? Why are we killing each other? It's not needed. Those are the headlines. The few from the pages of Daily Trust newspaper that we have this morning.
And just before we move over to talk about something else, Tunde, there is a particular headline on the Guardian newspaper this morning: how Tinubu hurriedly terminated CBN's special investigation. That's on the Guardian newspaper this morning. And I just want us to just talk about it a bit. It's on Finance and Economic page 15. At a time when the president constituted that particular investigative panel headed by Jim Obazi, people were like, okay, what does the president hope to achieve? But now, not much is being heard about this, aside the fact that the former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, was indicted, and he has since been in the eye of the storm. Different cases against him, different suits against him. In fact, different courts are hearing those cases. People want to know, is this just all about Godwin Emefiele, or is the investigation just to drag Godwin Emefiele into the mud, or is just about an overhaul of the Central Bank of Nigeria?
I think it's the first stuff you made mention is just, I feel Emefiele just been made a scapegoat. There's quite a whole lot associated to Emefiele. It was at the period at which the campaigns wanted to kick off then, and all of a sudden you came up with a policy of the change in currency, so that those who got the monies will probably not be able to really use the monies they've got to do what they like, election buying and vote buyings and stuff. But be that as it may here, looking at this headline here, why would I use my hand with all the resources I've been able to put together to destroy what I want an impact with or for. If I put together a couple of bricklayers to come put up a house for me, and all of a sudden I just wake up the following morning and say, bring me a caterpillar, bring down this building. Why? There's a reason. I don't know why. Because I think I skipped that. Mistakenly skipped that headline there.
Yeah.
Why would he? Because for me, I thought it was going to expose quite a whole lot. And I think I read a piece over the weekend where former vice president of the country, Atiku Abubakar, came up and said cabals have hijacked President Tinubu's government. The same thing we heard during Muhammadu Buhari's government as well. And these are things that, hey, it's not, it doesn't speak well.
Yeah.
And I keep wondering, when you keep saying cabals, can cabals be stronger than government? You have all the necessary apparatus to quash cabal. Why don't you do that? It's either you have a say amongst the cabals when you were not in power, so that at this point in time, it doesn't backfire at you. So I don't know what's just happening to government, subsequent government. It's been there over the years. Cabals have, not even Jonathan. Yeah, there was a period where they said there were cabals. Aside that of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, I'm sure maybe his period, I didn't really hear much about cabals. But former President Jonathan, former President Muhammadu Buhari, and now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, are there people trying to jeopardize the good work anybody wants to do in this country? If he puts up a committee, Joe Obaze is not a small boy in the finance industry, what have you. He knows his onions very well. I followed him quite a lot on Twitter, on X now, and I know what he can do. I know what he says on that platform. And if he has headed a committee, why are we not looking into that the report of that committee?
Well, the thing is, it seems the investigation he concluded, because I think Jim Obaz already concluded his investigation.
Yes.
It was only majorly about Godwin Emefiele. But I'm concerned because a Godwin Emefiele would not have worked in isolation. There would be other people who are like partners in those kind of issues.
Whatever crimes or the allegations about some fraudulent activities, financing book terrorists and what have you. And I keep saying it, just like I said earlier, Emefiele is just being used as a scapegoat. I feel he stepped on toes he probably shouldn't have. Well, now that's why he's bearing this brunt alone. I'm not sure I've heard or I've seen any other person being brought to the courts that alongside Emefiele, it's always Emefiele and his Bible. So these are the two people I feel the courts are. It's just I don't want to say it's a witch hunt, but then I think he's just been made a scapegoat.
Should we have that in the country where our judiciary works well, the executives are doing their duty, and the legislative arm also doing their job? Because this looks like selective prosecution.
Oh, yeah.
If you ask me,
Absolutely.
there are a lot of things that went wrong during the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. They had the Sirika issue and the Nigerian Ebrahaha, and it's not really as intense as the Emefiele issue is right now.
The disaster was this
humanitarian
disaster.
There was
the
president was still able to do something about that. But then I just feel this selective prosecution or selective, investigation is not really it.
It's not helping.
If we really want to work as a nation, no matter whose ox is God, we should ensure to just do things how it's supposed to. That's how we can actually curb impunity.
That's how everybody can sit up and not tread their hands or fingers into what you're not supposed to take away. That is not yours. Once you do that and you're caught, that's why China is Asian countries generally. That's why things are working around there. You get caught for fraudulent activities, it's either death or your hands are gone. Nobody do I want if mistakenly I use a razor to cut my fingernails and it cuts my hand, I know what the pain looks like. Now, not to talk about taking
I
this.
don't think I want to do that here in Nigeria.
Then things are not ready to work. I don't want to go the route of Jerry Rawlings of what he did in Ghana.
Okay.
But the point is, Nigeria is so blessed a nation. I'm not sure. Seriously, the level of poverty shouldn't be up to this level if certain things are done right.
Okay, let's quickly check the Vanguard. I hear we have the Vanguard in already too. Vanguard newspaper this Monday morning. And blame game, halt bad policies. Labour, Obi Lukman, tell Tinubu. With some riders here, Labour alleges harassment, intimidation of members by government. Says invasion of Labour House, deliberate attempts at provocation. Condemns plans to frame up innocent citizens on trumped-up charges. Protests call for leadership action against growing poverty, says Peter Obi. And hunger protests, enough grounds to impeach Tinubu governors. This is credited to Lukman. Away from all of that, moving ahead, of course, you can see the picture there with big, bold caption, show of shame, 9 billion naira wasted, 88 athletes, no medal. And you can see Tobia Musa there, with some sort of, will I say regret or just disappointed in probably herself or in whatever had happened. People had thought that she would be the one to shine our light in this Olympics, but of course, she was not able to qualify for a round of race. Nigeria's poorest Olympics outing because we had no medal whatsoever. We are going to be talking about that in the course of the program. Definitely, we're going to have an X-ray of the performance of Team Nigeria at the Paris Olympics that just ended yesterday. 10 die in Abia truck accident, 25 missing in Sokoto boat mishap. Senate to Obasanjo, your claims that we fix our salaries allowances uncharitable. Senate to Obasanjo, your claims that we fix our salaries allowances uncharitable. That's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Monkeypox, FG directs travelers to Nigeria to fill health declaration forms. And top corner of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, Financial Vanguard, banks credit to manufacturing sector up 53.7% in quarter one of 2024. Barbican Capital sues First Bank over alleged wrong shareholding data. All right, these are all on Vanguard newspaper this morning. Mr. and Mrs. Just for the laughs, what's the meaning of this? You are my wife, to stop this gaslighting. That's from Mr. and Mrs. responding, saying, who is gaslighting when there is no gas in the house? Give me money to fill the gas cylinder and stop gassing. All right, I love the play of words. I love the pun. I really do love, the play of words. Yeah. So, Mr., if you really want her to stop gaslighting you, it's better you give her money for the gas. So that
you want money for everything.
Of course, that's why you're a man.
All right, then. Hey, all right. At this juncture, before we take a short commercial break, every 12th of August of every year is commemorated as the International Youth Day. And obviously, it's another 12th of August today, where we will be looking at the International Youth Day. Quite a whole lot is associated to this day. It has the theme from cliques to progress, youth digital pathways for sustainable development. What does this mean? The youths, they keep saying, are the future of any nation. Are the youths in Nigeria, are they the future of this great country? We'll talk about quite a whole lot concerning the pathway, the youth digital pathways for sustainable development on the show after we take a short break. Please don't go nowhere.